Okay, Jack Waibel, 100 backstroke here in lane 8. I'll play the whole backstroke race straight through, and then I will talk about a few things afterwards. Okay, so final time of 115.4. Split-wise, you're out 36, back 39. Given how much the tempo and kick slowed down on that last, 37 and a half meters, I actually think that's not poorly split. You'd like those 50s to be a little closer together. But again, given the amount of training you've done, in the last few weeks, this really isn't that bad of a swim. I really think converted-wise, it's probably not that far off what you win in yards. And that was after a whole season of training. So pretty promising swim here. Taking a look at the start. So do a nice job of pulling up. Would like to see your hips up a little higher so you can really straighten out the back. And then once the buzzer goes off, we worked on this a little bit in warm-ups, and I think it's improved from before, but it's still not a perfect start, though. I think this is way, way better right here. A way better position on that front. Oops, let me back up again. Okay, so when the buzzer goes off, though, there is a slight kind of delay in your reaction. It's almost like let me play it again at full speed here. So notice the buzzer goes off, and you kind of like do this micro pull yourself up and throw yourself back instead of just being lock and loaded already. So as soon as that buzzer goes off, you're able to jump straight back. But again, this right here is much improved just in the few times that you practiced it during warm-up. Would like to see a little better underwater and better breakout. You notice here you're breaking out with your hands pointing more up and not in this forward direction so much. Start of the race here, really high tempo, good strong legs. This starts to fade as the race goes on. Notice here with the left hand we have a good angle of your swim throughout the race here. Notice how shallow that left hand is, especially at the finish. You're getting bubbles each time. You're very shallow. Now notice the difference in your rotation. So here when you set up your right arm stroke, notice how far out your left arm is coming out of the water, your left shoulder, right? It's all the way here on the side. That right arm's getting a good deep stroke. Now on the opposite side, this shoulder's not coming up nearly as high, and it's causing this left arm to be very, very shallow. All right, flip over on the turn, and then you'll notice the same thing here. Your hand is pointing straight up, and you're not even to the flags yet when you're here taking your first stroke, and it wasn't an explosive breakout either. I mean, this is a 100 backstroke. Like you're coming up here, and you're at the surface, and you still do another kick. We got to come up exploding. We got to be facing the direction we want to go. So we got some things to clean up on the breakouts. And then a couple times on this 100, you notice you just look to the side. I don't know what that's about. I think you do it again here, maybe past the halfway point. So with endurance and with some more training, I think you'll be able to maintain high tempo and leg drive throughout the race. If we clean up the rotation and we avoid some of these random looking to the sides like that, I think you could definitely be sub 110, if not faster this season. So all in all, good swim. Pretty excited for you, Jack.